firing up here right now. LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and it all kind of ramps up like this. Instagram's the first one going here, and we'll be with it in just a second. All right, countdown has begun. Hey, everybody. Give me just a second here, and let's get everything fired up, and we're going to talk about the expo tonight. There we are. Nice. Okay. Give me just a second, everybody. Hold tight, everybody. Let me just do my quick sharing here. All right. Oh, man. Good evening, everybody. Instagram is firing up. Got a whole bunch of people on there tonight. We got Facebook, we got LinkedIn, and we got YouTube all going here. So hold tight, everybody. Let's get it all in there. All right. Yeah, happy to answer any questions you guys got. Share some good memories of Expo. My Lord, it was a fun time. I'm just sharing to a few groups, getting things going here. There we go. I think we're ready to go, guys. All right. How good was Expo, everybody? My Lord, I should say this. Hello, everybody on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Thanks, everybody, for watching. If you're watching right now, give this a quick share. Put it in your story. Put it in your feed. Put it in your groups. Hi, everybody. This is Ask a Painter Live. I am Nick Slavik. I'm the proprietor of the Nick Slavik Painting and Restoration Company. I am also the host of this show, Ask a Painter Live. It is a weekly live Facebook show that has been going on for almost 8 years now. I used to be the owner of a beard. I am not now. I need a spring look. I need to shed some of that winter sort of beard stuff. I'm already seeing the comments coming in here. I like to change it up every once in a while. So this morning, I shaved it into this beautiful, glorious mustache. My daughter had a dance banquet last night, and I made a personal promise that I would not show up with a mustache to that. So I left the beard on last night, and then we're getting after it today. So, all right, everybody, happy to answer any of your questions about Expo. If you were not there, I'm going to be sharing a bunch of images with you. I would love to hear your favorite takeaways from Expo, your favorite memories. It was an absolutely awesome time. So, all right, everybody, let's hop into this thing with a little bit of housekeeping first. Oh, there's my buddy Moose. What's up, Christian? Tonight, housekeeping. I have an updated list of all of my master's classes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them already on the list for this year, not including any other major PCA events and my retreats. We're going to be going through a whole bunch of comments here as well. I'll be getting to all those things, including where's next year's Expo. Hang tight. Thank you, everybody, for watching here. Okay, housekeeping first. My list of master's classes. Chicago area, Chicagoland people. I will be in your area tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're having a gathering of Chicagoland area painters in the evening, and then master's classes at the Pro Show Business Building Expo the next day. St. Louis, Missouri, 13 March. And best advice for all you guys is to contact your local Sherwin-Williams rep. These are mainly Sherwin-Williams events. And I want you to contact them to get into these things. I usually release the information a week prior, give or take, with QR codes and stuff. But right now, if you want to get into any of these master's classes, which are almost always free to you, contact your Sherwin-Williams rep. Vancouver, 3 April. Louisville, Kentucky, 12 April. Syracuse, New York, 17 May. New Hampshire, Moose, Christian, looking at you, buddy. They're coming up in your neck of the woods here. So let's see. New Hampshire, 24 May. Fort Myers, Florida, 5 June. My summer retreat, August 13th to 16th. I'll be announcing applications for that shortly here. Tom Reber's Mile High Profit Summit, that will be 19 September. Gathering of Minnesota Painters, Surf Prep. I go to Surf Prep every year to SoCal, to Lake Elsinore in that area. That will be 27 September. And then the crowning achievement, my homecoming every year, my Sherwin-Williams Masters class at the Great Quarter headquarters with the Gathering of Minnesota Painters. We had 100 people, 120 people there last time, 6 December. So people are already commenting on the stash and the baby face. Yes, everybody, it is time for a change. This is my new spring look. So, all right, this is going to be absolutely awesome here. So, oh my God, we got Bedford Precision. What's up, Bedford from New York? Great partner of mine in Aska Painters. Love that. We got Moose. We got Zach Neal. What's up, Zach Neal? We emailed today. Always good to see you there. So I would like to see, I would like to hear favorite memories from Expo, takeaways from all the education. And I'm going to run by day so you guys don't miss that. For the people who weren't there, I'll just give you a quick recount of what actually goes on, because you can go to the website, you can see the schedule, but it's a lot different than what actually goes on there. There is so much to the human side of Expo. So I'm going to get to a couple questions first, and then we are going to hop into, oh man, here we go. A lot of questions here. So, okay, everybody, Steve Lockwood, what's up, my friend? Phil Klein. Oh man, Phil's first Expo. Can you believe it that that was Phil's first Expo? His wife, Nicole, did a morning keynote. Absolutely amazing. Loved it. Kevin Virgin, it was outstanding. I agree. Christian Militello's doppelganger. Also, by the way, you guys are wearing the same hats around. Matt Gray. Oh my Lord. The question on everybody's mind, where is next year's Expo? So we were dancing around another Orlando. We were dancing around Vegas, but we did not like some of the contracts. So basically it's going to be a surprise for you. We are negotiating as we speak with some venues like that. I promise you, as long as I'm at the helm and I have any say of it, we're going to go to fun, exciting places that meet our core values, and we'll give you a world-class experience. I can guarantee you that. So there we go, Kyle. One of my 605 boys, one of my buddies from South Dakota there. Yep, the stash is going strong there, baby. Daniel Armstrong, good to see you, man. Yeah, gotta love this. May 17th, Syracuse. Inbox me. I'd like to come. You need to talk to your Sherwin-Williams rep to go to any of these master's classes. I do not get people in. I do not sign people up. You got to talk to your Sherwin-Williams people, okay? Travis Miller, loved every minute of it. Let's go to some IG stuff here. Bedford, thanks for the kind words. Kyle, Expo was awesome. Leonis Andre, thank you for that. Oh, my Lord. Favorite memory is spending time with the amazing Jessica Galloway. That's from Kaylin Berry. Couldn't agree more. We had a very special day, the last day of the Expo, all of us. I will get into that as we go. Mindful painting. Master's classes are 5 fires. 5 fires is a good fire rating. I like that. Thank you very much. The right painter. Yeah. So let's see, the St. Louis one, 2 weeks from now, the master's class, we are giving away a custom Sherwin-Williams Fender electric guitar. I posted a picture of that bad boy, and people are very excited about that. So I have a young son, surfer boy, who is a guitarist. I would love to bring that home from him, but that would be absolute nepotism if I got it. So I'm going to see if I can get my hands on one of those. Moose, Christian Manhard. Love you, buddy. You and your wife. Awesome humans. Caperton 27. You're looking like a completely different man. Yeah. I like to change it up, man. Love the fresh look. Legacy. Oh man. How are you, my friend? What's up, Nick? Looking forward to joining PCA and going to Expo next year. And recap needed. Lesher painting. Thank you very much. The right painter. I'll buy the Sherwin guitar. That's awesome. All right. Wow. Signature painting of Atlanta. Ooh, kind words. Extraordinary human being. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you to say. Honestly, the best thing, paint life. Honestly, the best thing about Expo is meeting everybody in person and not just online. Agreed. It's an amazing venue, amazing food, amazing drinks, crazy parties all the time. But honestly, in the end, it's the humans, folks. And I drove it home like nobody else this year with my closing keynote. And oh my Lord. Josh Albright. Oh, dude. Josh Abramson. My favorite memory of day one was keynote speaker Chad Hymas. Josh, listen, you are an awesome guy. You're an inspirational guy. Chad Hymas, I've seen him speak twice now at our events. He literally changed the way I lead people. He changed the way I show gratitude to my family and friends and everything. And yeah, he is a Deeply meaningful human being. Will there be any master's classes in Spanish? Kaylin Berry. Yes. So Juan Vasquez is traveling the United States. These are just my master's classes. We have Corey Leister, we have Juan Vasquez, we have Chris Moore. We got a whole bunch of other people that travel the country doing this stuff. Um, Absolutely amazing time. And there's not only going to be a whole bunch of Spanish master's classes next week, this week we meet in Nashville with a PCA leadership team, and we're going to plan out 24 months of events for you guys, including women in paint, Spanish, residential, commercial, craftsmanship, all that other good stuff. So, man, you guys are hot and heavy on this stuff tonight. Tons of people watching, tons of people commenting. Wellington, boa noite, my friend. We're dancing around a Brazil event again, too, this fall, I should say. Now, one of the cooler things is, my friends Matt and Maggie Kuiper. I am going on a vacation. Our two families are getting together, and they wanted me to go to a speaking engagement in Australia. Right? This has been we've been working on this since before COVID. COVID shut everything down, especially large international travel like that. And we were finally going to make it happen this year. And it was a time where our two families were getting together. So I love to tell the Kuipers that I am giving up a speaking gig for multiple days in Australia to hang out with their family. I'm never going to let them live that down. So awesome to learn the history of the PCA. Oldfield Brushes warehouse is in St. Louis. May have to go there to get the guitar and visit the warehouse. Love that. Oh man, Cherry Coatings gave a great talk. Oh my God, Rocky Cherry, ex, not well, yeah, ex Major League Baseball player and owner of I think the second or third largest painting company in the United States. I think they do $200 to $250 of revenue. He came. He's a member of the PCA, and he showed up and gave a great keynote about being a major league speaker, excellence, outliers, grit, everything else. And dude, what a guy! Holy cow! That is a substantial human being there. So, yeah. Okay, back to some Facebook stuff before we hop in. I'm going to get to this, but you guys are hot and heavy on the comments here. So, Travis Miller loved every minute. Looking forward to the St. Louis show next week. Anthony Cade, see you next week, buddy. These are all my St. Louis friends. St. Louis was one of the first areas I ever did master's classes in. Amazing following, amazing human beings. Sequoia. Oh, my friends from Sequoia. Chad Hymas was very inspirational. I agree. Dave Scaturo, my brother on the board of directors. Top memories, strategy session, Chad Hymas' keynotes, award ceremony, incredible education session, Mind Meld's Rocky story, Club 19107. If you know, you know. Mostly the love for my people, your closing speech. Love you, brother. Love you too, Dave. Coming from you, that means so much because Dave and my story embodies what it is to be in the PCA. I showed up to my first PCA Expo maybe 7 years ago with oil primer on my hand as a single owner operator, and Dave running a monstrous commercial and industrial painting company on the East Coast from New Jersey, just came up and was like, "Hey man, who are you? What are you doing here? You look curious. You want to be my friend?" And he took me to all the places. He introduced me to everybody. And I would argue he probably should not have wasted his time with me at that time, but he did. I never forgot it, and I've been trying to pay him back all these other years. And he probably gets sick of me telling that story, but it's deeply meaningful. And I'm involved in the PCA, and I am who I am because of Dave Scaturo, Gina Court, John Busick, Dave Riker, all those people who put their arms around me early on. And that's what we intend to do in the PCA is continue the servant leadership. So, all right. Oh my God. If you guys would slow down on the comments, I'd actually get to some images and stuff, my recollections of there too. Best part for me was the genuine conversations I had with the people. You're going to hear this over and over and over and over again. It's amazing. Efren, oh my God, good to spend some time with you. Efren was one of the first people I met in this industry. While we were there, he dug out images of me from my first expo that he had in his archive. That was absolutely amazing. Henry Cracked, how do I sign up for the Chicago Masters class? It's in the show notes of this thing. If you contact your Sherwin-Williams rep, they will give you all the details and get you in. From Wisconsin. Absolutely. They'll get you in. Dave Scaturo, best investment ever. You know investments, my friend. Okay, here we go. Signature painting of Atlanta from IG. How do you do it all? Amazing. Still had the time and energy to chat with me after your closing talk at Expo. What a role model. Your friend. Oh man, thank you so much. That means the world to me, guys. As you can imagine, I get a lot of energy from this, and magically things that we love doing and get a lot of energy from, we find more time to do. So thank you so much for that. Oh man, Gabrielle Fasinelli, my first expo. What's special to spend time with you, Nick, and all the awesome contractors. I agree more. Let's see. Master's class in Atlanta, not yet, but we're circling around some events. I can't give it away yet, but there may or may not be some events in the Atlanta area later on this year. Josh Abramson, my favorite memory of day 2 was the great time spent in Club 19107, learning about the guy's gratefulnesses. Okay, so Club 19107, for everybody who wasn't there, was the room number of my presidential suite. The board chair typically, historically, has a presidential suite so that we can entertain our favorite people up there, show people gratitude, bring them up there and have a quiet conversation, have an IPA, sit on the couch, things like that. And Josh Abramson came up there. He was one of the first guys I ever met at expos too. He was a crazy guy. It was hard to understand what Josh was all about early on. I knew he was substantial, but he had light up shoes. He wore bright clothes. He was a vendor. Everybody looked up to him. He's a public speaker. He was just like shock and awe sort of stuff. The more you know about Josh, the more you realize what a substantial human he is. And it kind of culminated in we're all sitting around the couch. There's 90-year-old, 92-year-old Dave Riker. We had a whole bunch of young people, old people, men, women, Spanish speakers, all different races, ethnicities around there. It was one of the more amazing times we've ever had. And Josh led, just ad hoc, not planned. He led a exercise in gratitude where Josh, I'll try to do this from memory, but one accomplishment, and we go around the circle, and this is the type of thing you get at the expo. You get a super substantial human being saying, hey, this is what let's do here. What is an accomplishment you're grateful for? What is a relationship you're grateful for? And what is a small thing you're grateful for? That was the hardest one. And we all went around the circle and did that. And it was deeply meaningful. This is something I want to do all the time. Then we talked about people's first concert, and Dave Riker, he has been a member of the PCA for 70 years and a mentor of mine. He told us about, he was at Elvis's last concert and he told us about it. Like, you are only going to get this here, right? This is it. So that was absolutely awesome. But Club 19107, that's what we call my presidential suite every year, whatever the room number is, club that. And yeah, it was a banger, as the kids say. It was awesome up there. So we had a fully stocked bar, we had snacks, we had friends, and we had a couch, and we had Dave Riker, and we had the story of Elvis's last concert. It doesn't get much better than that. So Josh, my favorite memory of day 3 was your closing speech and how it opened up the conversation between others. Listen, man, this puts me in a tough spot. The highlight of my week was my keynote speech because I had been working on it for a very long time. But as a passive aggressive, introverted Minnesotan with pretty low self-esteem, it's hard for me to talk about that being the highlight, something I did. But I will tell you this. When I got done with my keynote speech, which I've been working on for 6 months, there was a lot of sniffling in the crowd, right? And I got lots of hugs after that one. And so it's not about the speech, and it's not about doing it well or not. It's literally about increasing the connections with 1,000 humans in the room, right? And that was really special. We'll get to that. We'll get to that, everybody. That was a good one. Okay, back to Facebook here. Oh man, Chris Zook. All the speeches were incredible. The classes were much more meaningful for her this year. However, due to some things I've been dealing with my business the last few months, your final speech meant the world to me. Dude, listen, I really felt a connection with people after that closing speech. I've been getting the emails and the direct messages have just been pouring in since then. I think they filmed it with 5 cameras, professional cameras with a film crew. I would imagine that's going to come see the day of light pretty soon. So hold tight. Yeah. So you're going to have to talk to people are asking about the Chicagoland Pro Show. Master's classes, typically only the people in Chicago will know about it because it's a very hyper local event. I think there is a person who works for Sherwin by the last name Karlick, Karlic. Contact the district manager in the Chicagoland area. They will know all about it because they set it up with me. Closing speech at the PCA, definitely a tearjerker. Amazing, brought human reality to the persona. That's hilarious. I think that's your fault. People put me up on a pedestal. I am just a human. I genuinely share through Ask a Painter. So that you put me up on a pedestal, that you make me infallible is your problem, not mine. I think I'm pretty honest about the ins and out. Oh my God, can we talk about the great Dave Riker who was on the dance floor at Old Red? He made me feel welcome. Casey, Serge, love you guys. Absolutely happy to do this with you guys. Travis, my friend from Alaska. Cades, not only the ups and downs, but no, we're not alone. You got it, man. You can't like your feelings like you like your water bottled up. I tried my hand at some jokes in front of the crowd there too. So yeah, that was absolutely awesome, everybody. Okay, so let's hop into this. I want you guys to continue to share your takeaways. Josh Abramson, I appreciate you more than you know, man. And I'm sure we'll be seeing you soon. I'm going to SoCal sometime soon to see my friend Josh. So, okay, let's just start off with some easy stuff. There was, as you guys know, my friend Jason and I, we start at the airport together. We see each other at the airport. We kind of joke that our friendship starts at the airport, and then we go to like 18 different industry events a year. Magically, we get to sit real near each other, and we get to hang out. And it's one of the more delightful things I've ever done in my life is travel around with Jason. So one of the cool things is too is that let's see here. Where is So we got to mess around with the cockpit. This is interesting. On our flight down there, um, this pilot is a retired Air Force pilot, and we just got to talking about where he was. And Jason's an outgoing guy. You wouldn't believe it from knowing him, but he's pretty outgoing. And he goes up there, and we talk to the pilot. And turns out that this guy's a retired Air Force pilot who flew at Pope Air Force Base, and that is attached to Fort Bragg. And if you guys don't know the military, um, that is home of the Airborne and Special Forces. I was stationed there. I was a paratrooper. And this guy, I gave him my service years, and he says he can almost guarantee me with 100% certainty that he flew one of the planes that I jumped out of while I was at Fort Bragg. He was there that same time. He flew all the planes I did. He was in those rotations. He did a lot of those airdrops and things like that over drop zones. So that was really cool to connect. Obviously, we'll never know for sure unless we dig into the records, but it's very likely that he flew a plane that I jumped out of, and he got to land in there and fly back home. So that was pretty cool. Let's see here. Oh yeah, our exercise friends, everybody down there exercising in the morning, trying to stay in shape. Let's see. So, oh yeah, we had the old presidential suite up here. Me doing my prep work, keeping up with my business during the day. The notebook that everybody tries to read when I post. It's pretty unsatisfying, folks. It's a whole bunch of unsexy, boring, mundane things that we have to do consistently all the time to run a super professional business. This is one of the cooler things. So we laid out in the presidential suite all the merch, the t-shirts, the hats, the stickers, the magnets. And one of the coolest things was, if you'll see here, oh, does my cursor show up? No, it doesn't. All right, that's fine. We had temporary tattoos this time of my face, which was absolutely hilarious. I'll give you guys a little example here if I can find something. That was an absolute blast. We were having our parties in our room in the evenings, and yeah, it got lit, as the kids say, and there was lots of shenanigans happening. And yeah, let's see. Oh, let's see. I'll give you one example here. I bet you they're all the way down at the bottom. So shenanigans like this were taking place, where pretty soon you see these things all over. You see these things all over people, all over the expo. I thought it was pretty hilarious. The one thing that I did not know is that when you shower or try to wash these things off, the black comes off and then they turn pink or red. So there's like this weird ghosting pink or red face on there, which is pretty hilarious. So it was getting pretty interesting. Like I said, you found these places you found these tattoos all over the place here. One of my favorite ones is, oh yeah, we got David. I told a big prize goes to the first person who does one above the collar line. And this is actually my friend, David Delgado. This is his company, DC, right here. He gave me this sweatshirt there. So I thought that was pretty cool. Let's see. I'm looking for one more, and then we'll move on to something a little more interesting here. Oh, let's see here. Oh yeah, this is my favorite one. One of the guys from Harpeth there, he had a slug tattoo, and he put the face tattoo right over it. So that's kind of what we get into in the old presidential suite after hours. So what happened there is the highlights. One of the highlights of Expo is, for me, one thing that almost nobody goes to, which is day one. Day one. Oh, Kelly, Kelly, project manager for my company. Kelly's on Instagram. Don't even try to read Nick's handwriting. Yeah. So you guys don't stand a chance. They should see, I mean, literally people are just like disgusted. I try to write things on the whiteboard in our office, and they're just like, ugh, knock the I'll mark her out of my hand. Oh my God, Nora, cousin Nora. Nana says hi. Nana is my 90 plus year, 88, 90 now, um, grandmother, and who was one of the first investors in my company, one of the most special humans to me. She's with cousin Nora right now, and Nana says hi. I love my grandma. You know that, Nora. Love you too. We'll probably see you guys soon for your brother's wedding coming up here too. So this is absolutely 89. I right in the middle, 89. Nana Akemeliu. That's Czech for I love you. So love my grandma. Yeah, we'll be seeing you shortly. So one of the coolest things about Expo is something that almost nobody goes to. Let me refresh here. From a week of hanging out with you guys, I am parched. I am thirsty. So the board of directors meeting Monday. I've been prepping for this for months because we only do 2 in-person board of directors meetings per year, and they are vision and strategy sessions. Super high revving vision and strategy. And we got about halfway done with our vision and strategy session about where I wanted it to be on last 6 months ago. And I finished it this time. And I'm the board chair. So my general strategy is to propose a way forward with the board of directors. This is a 140-year-old nonprofit, and I want to see this last 280, 300 years. And I'm very leery that this thing goes sideways, right? Everything's fine, but it doesn't take much for these big organizations to grab a culture of their own. So I got buy-in from my board for my vision and strategy that I've been getting help on from my friends for a very long time now. And what you're going to see is an outward expression of the PCA. So for a decade, 8 years, 10 years, we've been focusing hardcore on the inner professionalization of this 140-year-old organization, the modernization and everything else. And it's time now to go to market. We have something we're very proud of, and we're going to stop focusing inward. I shouldn't say stop focusing. We're going to turn some of the energy from inward focus to outward focus. And I am going to basically, I am basically going to stand there in front of you guys. And when anybody asks why join the PCA, I'm going to have the best answer on earth for you guys. So I dare you, anybody who's not a member of the PCA, you come find me and ask me that question. And I got something for you. It's going to blow your mind. So it's going to be absolutely awesome. So I led the strategy session there. We got buy-in from the board. Now it's only action from here on out. We have a brand new executive director, one of the most substantial humans I've ever met. And we are absolutely going to rock it this year. People are asking if the board of directors meeting is open to anyone. It is not. It is for board of directors and committee leaders. We do actually have an open members meeting at the end of it where people can come in and see our strategy session when we have our diagrams up and stuff. But no, we don't open that up because that's for the executive leadership of the PCA. So day one, we got that done. That was really probably one of the most nerve-wracking parts of the week. Like I really do prep for a long time. Oh, my daughter Aurelia. Hey, Aurelia, how are you on Instagram? So we do our strategy session. And when you get in a room with Jason Paris, Maggie Kuiper, Dave Scaturo, Dave Riker, Christian Militello, Chris Elliott, and 8 other people that are all the highest revving, sort of like superstars and leaders. And I think almost every dang one of them runs a business bigger than mine and does it way better than me. You get real nervous to be the leader of those leaders. And I will say, I gave it a lot, man. I really did not want to let my friends down. And I think we did a great thing. We did mission accomplished. And we walked away with a vision and strategy that everybody is super hyped about and is going to add tons and tons and tons of stuff in the future here. So this is absolutely going to be awesome. I can't wait to show you guys. Thursday, I'm going from my Chicago's Masters class to Nashville to finalize this strategy, and we're going to start acting. So there's so many people. I think there was probably about 35 emails of people who commented on my closing speech and then said, Nick, I'm ready to get involved now. And hold tight. It's coming. It's absolutely coming. We have somewhere between 35 and 55 seats to fill of if we fill out my strategy and vision with the board fully, we're going to have a lot of stuff going on there. So we're going to be making some big ass people, and we need doers. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Then we basically enter into 3 days of education, panels, brain melds, peer groups, things like that. highlighted by evening receptions. So typically, what we've been doing in the past is after the board of directors meeting, people start filing in from all over North America, sometimes the world. And then Monday night, there's the PPG reception. PPG blew it out of the water. We have never had a Monday night reception like that before. Typically, the receptions are amazing, and they keep getting amazinger as the week goes on, with the crescendo being Sherwin. PPG, they rented the entire ballroom, snacks, drinks, party, DJ, everything else going on. Absolutely amazing. We are so grateful for PPG for doing that. They blew it out of the water. Best Monday night ever. Tuesday night, we had Spanish speakers and women in paint happy hours. And those were in two different spaces like that. Of course, being the board chair, I found myself there supporting all of my people. They happen to have some free drinks there as well, too. But I did also want to thank all of our supporters, Bear and others, for putting these things on. Wanted to support all the, especially the inclusion initiatives that myself and my board of directors started years ago. We really wanted to see this through and support them. So I made the rounds between those. Then, of course, Club 19107. After that, we had a hell of a good time. What the heck did we do? We got sushi the first night. We got a whole bunch of sushi brought up to the room. I can't remember what we did the other nights, but it was a lot of fun either way. Then the next day, more education, everything else. I mean, again, Chad Hymas kicked off the first day. Chad Hymas, if you guys have never seen him before, he's one of the most inspirational speakers that I have ever seen in my life, right? I'm a student of public speaking. I absolutely am enamored with it. I love it. If you've never look up Chad Hymas on Instagram right now and watch some of his videos. I have changed the way I lead. I've changed the way I'm a husband and a father. I've changed the way that I'm a friend because of Chad Hymas. So I would urge you guys to get in there and see him. I'm going to see if I can pull up a, let's see. This was, oh yeah. Ooh. And it kicked off. That room was filled with people there. Let's see. We had this crazy robot in the lobby that was walking around. One of the more cool things, but also a little bit frightening, right?
Uh-oh. I don't like eye contact.
Two ex-military guys were trying to figure out, did I tackle that thing? We take that thing or that thing take us? Like, it was an interesting conversation we had. Like, we felt pretty vulnerable there with that robot walking around like that. So, oh yeah, Club 19107. The presidential suite was just cooking there. We had some volunteer bartenders, fully stocked bar. That was a hell of a good time. And then, of course, we retire to the track suits once we get in the presidential suite like that. So it's always been a tradition. I love traveling in track suits. I think they're like dude pajamas. They're very comfortable, but with collars and pockets, and you can walk around and people don't make fun of you like that. So Club 19107, the year previous, it was Club 501. This is literally a place for all my special people that you can come up. We bring up people who've never been there before, you know, like Dave Scaturo and others did to me, Gina Quartz. They brought me up here and made introductions. If you share my core values, I seek you out and we try to bring you into the inner fold, show you a really good time. Trying to think if there was oh yeah. So this is what our main ballroom looked like this. This is Chad Hymas when he was speaking up there. He is wheelchair bound, and he's one of the more amazing humans I have ever speak. Like I said, I can't tell you how meaningful it was just with words over this. Right. You got to see him. So there's a whole bunch of videos of Chad online. I would urge you guys to go there and see him yourself. Let's see. Oh yeah. Women in paint. One of the coolest things ever happened. We did home surgery, right? So Chad from Surf Prep. This is Hannah from Surf Prep. Chad from Surf Prep travels with super glue for some reason. There was a young lady who had got hit by something in her eye. It split it open and it was not closing up. So we had one of our friends from No Drip Painting, who is a combat medic, put on some gloves and we did home surgery. We put her eyelid back together and she got her eyelid super glued back together. Everything looks great. And this was while we were at the Women in Paint event like that. So we had the light holder, we had another light holder, we had combat medic, there was me to capture content, doing what I can. And yeah, that's the kind of ethos that we have in the PCA, where we are a very substantial group of human beings. And if somebody is injured and needs home surgery, we can do that for you in place. That was a lot of fun. Of course, My buddy Josh Abramson finally got him one of my face t-shirts. We cut up after a bunch of years. I think he had taken a break from some expos. He's back, and he's actually the founder and scaler of Paint It Forward. He was the guy who started Paint It Forward and created a nationwide movement, and glad to call him a friend and a brother in this industry. And of course, more tracksuit shenanigans. Nothing more special than when I get my tracksuit on and do my Italian hands like this with my Italian friends, my Gina Courts of the world. It's just an absolute, it's so fun to be with all these people. Of course, my brother, Dave Scaturo, like that too. This is us in the back of the trade show having an absolute blast. Let's see here. Dave Riker got, we created an award for Dave Riker. Dave Riker has 70 years of experience as a member in the PCA. He's on the board in our committee of the governing docs and the nominated recruiting. He's the keeper of the bylaws. So if you guys think that I would ever have a tendency to go sideways, going sideways on this and start taking over anything like that, you got to go through this guy, and he's not going to let you by. So it's absolutely awesome. All right. So let's talk about day 2, more education. We had Nicole Klein's keynote in the morning. Absolutely awesome. We had brain melds. Brain melds are sort of like, well, here's an example, like a panel discussion, Chris Moore and others. This was a one on spouses. You can see all familiar people. We had Kuipers, we had Turries, we had Militellos, and Chris Moore was leading that one. That was an awesome one. We talk about working with your spouses in the PCA. Super cool. Let's see if we have, I don't know if we have any brain melds out there or not. We'll have to figure that out. Absolutely amazing hotel. This is one of the 2 hotels we took over, plus a bunch of overflows. This is a picture I found on Phil Klein's Instagram. I thought that was such a beautiful picture, saving that there. Let's see what else we got here. Award ceremony. All the award winners, the 2024 award winners here. We had Ethics Award, Humanitarian Award. We had painting awards for commercial, residential, industrial, things like that. People painted images on water towers. People restored Victorian houses. I mean, just everything in between. It's such an amazing, eclectic group of people there. Couldn't be cooler. And especially, like our buddies, Jason Phillips, like that. He won the Lidicky Award, which is for somebody who does a ton of outreach and stuff. And if you know Jason Phillips, he is an award-winning type of dude. Lots of fun there. So, all right, let's see what else we got here. So, typical example. Oh wait, sorry, that's not the one I was looking for. Let's see. Do we have trade show PPG? All right. So day 2, more education. And then we had women in paint happy hour. And then the next day we had the Benjamin Moore event. So Benjamin Moore blew it out of the water too. It was absolutely wild. They rented an outdoor venue, a little plaza. They had people with a whole bunch of crazy cigar stations, drinks, food, everything else. I don't think people understand how generous these vendors are to us, right? They come out of pocket big for these things. They do not spare any expense. They're throwing a party for 1,000 people, right? That is a lot of money, a lot of money. So, on the here's I think on day 2, this is me and Michael Cheney, my friend Michael Cheney, who went to a retreat with me. We've become very close. I'm a huge fan of hers. One of the more interesting paint business owners in the entire country, with her ethics, her ethos, her rabid entrepreneurship, and her empathy. Just an amazing human being. I had the honor of being on a 2-person panel, just me and her, talking about onboarding and training employees and subs and accountability and all that other stuff. And you can see, packed room. This is such a cool thing. I mean, look at all these people here. This is one breakout session of like 8 at this time. So, I mean, can't tell you how much this is awesome. If you look real close in the picture, you see lots of familiar faces out there too. So that's one example where typically we have like somewhere between 5 and 8 different educational options for every hour of the day. So absolutely awesome and just amazing. So second to the last day, the Thursday, was a huge, man, I was going to say crescendo, but then there's Friday, the Paint It Forward event. So here's the deal. Lots of education on Thursday. People are getting tired, right? The parties are late. Club 19107 is just banging every night. It's just an amazing time. And then we have, let's see if I can find it here. So this is me after my keynote. Let's see, we're getting closer. My favorite brown suit. No, that's Andrew Dwyer right before he announced me. Let's see if we got any pictures. Sorry, guys, it'll be just a second. I archive all these images every time, every year, because these things are great memories for me. So we got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of images from the same. And look at this. The coolest thing about this is the pile of humanity, the people in every one of these things. So it's just absolutely amazing. It's absolutely, there's Josh Abramson from Albright Painting up there talking about paying it forward. Ooh, man. This is one of the parties, one of the nights. This is a party after the party. I did not go to this one. I had to prep for my next day. I gotta be the responsible one here. But this happens every night, and the greatest thing is everybody maintains core values, which is a lot of fun there. So let's see here. Oh yeah, here's Women in Paint. This is the outdoor venue that they had. This is absolutely beautiful here. Look at that. Crazy women master craftspeople, rabid entrepreneurs, business owners from all over the place. Absolutely amazing time. Oh, let's see here. Thursday was a really special day. So we had a lot of things happen. Oh man. So, all right. Crowning achievement for me was the keynote that I was asked to give. Historically, I really enjoy sort of public speaking, and they asked me to give the closing keynote there. It's a legacy session, so I had been practicing this keynote for a very long time, and I basically recapped one of the most meaningful experiences of my life that happened to me this last year, and it was interesting. When I practiced it, I tried to practice it emotionless. And in the 87 times I practiced it before the event, I was unable to hold back emotions. And so you had to be there. I explain everything. It's really interesting. I'm not the first person to ever get emotional during a speech, but I don't think people have understood in my personal life. I have not felt an emotion in 20 years. I am a robot, right? I get excited, I get passionate, but deep feelings, I do not possess or express them very much. And so this is something that I shared openly with everybody there. And we kind of worked through them a little bit. And I shared one of the most meaningful experiences of my life with 1,000 people in the room. And it was pretty amazing. The support I got from my people, the closeness, the connection of drawing people into that mission accomplished, right? It was absolutely awesome. And I think there was a lot of takeaways there. So it was um, it felt good to get off my chest. It felt good to share with my friends. And like I said, the amount of emails and stuff and direct messages I've been getting about I've been there, we've been there, everybody connects. That was deeply meaningful is just overwhelming at this point. I'm still trying to dig through all of them. So, um, this speech will probably surface eventually, I would imagine. It w it This and the next day was probably one of the more meaningful experiences of my entire life. Jason Paris came up to me after that and said, "This might be one of the most meaningful experiences of my life here with you and everybody." And I said, "You know what? You're probably right. This is probably one of the most meaningful experiences of my life right now, and I get to share it with everybody else." So, God, it was awesome. It was just awesome. So right after that, we had the 140th birthday of the PCA. So on stage, I got to be up there with a whole bunch of my friends. We had the cake. We had all my closest people up there. I invited also a whole bunch of first time people who've never been to a PCA Expo before. We got up there. We had a big countdown. There's confetti, there's balloons, there's everything else. And we celebrated the 140th birthday of this beloved organization. And then Sherwin-Williams party that night. So again, Sherwin-Williams gets multiple coaches. I mean, and this is only part of the people who entire restaurant. Food, drinks, live entertainment, everything else. Cowboy hat for everybody. They did it all for us, and it was an absolutely amazing experience. Sherwin blows it out of the water. It's typically the kind of crescendo of the week, and it's a pretty wild time there. Uh, Friday. When you think the expo, couldn't get better. Chris Moore, I think I still have glitter on my face from the confetti cannon. I agree, dude. Oh my God. Like go to IG here for a little bit before we get to Friday, which is, I mean, when you didn't think you could have a more meaningful event than that really touching moment that me and everyone shared together Thursday. Friday was really moving. So Chris Rivera, Chad Hymas, interesting, very inspiring. Can't wait to finally get to meet you when you're around Vancouver. I'm from Mexico, living in Quadra Island. Oh man, that's awesome, man. We'll meet this year for sure. Justin Dubois, really moving and inspirational. Oh, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Justin from Benjamin Moore, excellent partners of the PCA, and blew it out of the water for the party, charity event, and just all around great partners. Josh, it caused others to share their experiences with business issues that weren't sharing before your talk. Amazing people moment. Yeah, man. That was the whole point of it, is to give people permission to ask for help, give people permission to show an emotion every once in a while, especially us crusty old contractors, master crafts people, but more importantly, to bring people in with friends. Oh man. All right. Josh just commented. I don't know if I can even read it. Geez. I don't even know if I can show it, folks. This is, that might be something. All right. Josh is talking about the moment from the Paint It Forward event. Jessica and I had, with, Jason. Oh man, sorry. That was a fun day. So, yeah, Josh, that might have to be for another time, man. I got to keep it together for this year. So Friday, just when you think a week can't get any better than that, we did a charity event for, we always pick a great charity. This might be one of the greatest charities I've ever witnessed in my life. Organizationally, they're one of the finest organizations, profit or nonprofit, I have ever seen in my entire life. It's Give Kids the World. This is gonna be a tough one to get through. That's a good one. Jason Paris headed this one up. Amazing leadership on this. He lined up probably the greatest painted forward event. Josh, Josh Abramson, I don't want to speak for you because you created this thing and you've done some pretty amazing events here. But Jason Paris, you organized one of the greatest painted forward events I've ever witnessed, and I witnessed a lot across the country. Give Kids the World. For 3 decades, 4 decades, they've given, it's an 89-acre estate. They have like a theme park in the realm of Disney, cafeteria, like 60 some villas where families come. Basically what happens is children, when they have some pretty bad sicknesses, and they may be even towards end of life, they're given a week there to basically just give them the best week of their life. Like every Monday is Christmas. Every Tuesday is Halloween. There's theme parks. There's ice cream everywhere. They take them to Disney. They feed them. They put them up. They show them the most amazing care ever. Oh man, Josh, dude, this is, yeah, sorry. I'm just like, holy cow. I'm just kind of reliving, yeah, some of that, but we had 3 different areas of painting. We had PPG throw in on a part of the project, Benjamin Moore and Sherwin Williams. We all divided. I assigned 3 team captains. We got Josh from Sequoia. We got Rob from Lens and Painting, my brother here from Minnesota. And then we had Juan Vasquez from Illusions in California. And we each gave them a section. And then we worked with one of those 3 vendors. And then we divided about 35, 40 painting contractors and master craftspeople from all over North America. And yeah, so what's really special about this place is not only are they good at this Give Kids the World, but man, holding it together here. It's only Monday night. This is gonna be another long week here. It was an emotional week last week, everybody. So when a kid goes there, they give them a star and they write their name on it, and they have a hall of stars. And they have helped over 190,000 kids over the years. They keep an archive of all these stars. It is a precision organization. You can look up in the archive every star, and they can actually show you where the star is. Man. So, we had when we got there and I announced that we're at the Paint It Forward event, over 100 painting contractors showed up to do this thing. And in 3 hours or so, we did about $63,000 worth of painting, completed the entire project, cleaned up, had lunch, and moved on. And it was absolutely amazing. One of the people there, Jessica, who is watching on Facebook, with your permission, Jessica, I may show a very short clip of a video of a pretty touching moment. God dang it. Man, sorry guys. That was a really meaningful week last week. I'm going to say that over and over and over again. But Jessica, with your permission, I may show a short clip of that where you had experience there with your brother. Man, when you were much younger and they found, damn it. Oh, they found your brother's star and you got to see it. And that was awesome. Man. So this is top notch. Jason Paris, good, clean fun. That's it. That's exactly what this was. This was an amazing week. People came together. We will likely be doing something with this charity for a very long time. Jason Paris and I vowed that we are going to be doing something with this for a very long time. So, all right, folks, I tell you what, dang it. Sorry about that, guys. What I'm going to do is end on a very short clip of that video. We had one of the big shots from the charity there. And so he was talking with Jessica, and it was me, it was Josh, it was Jason, it was Jessica there. And yeah, it was a pretty emotional time. So, all right, everybody, show notes, master's classes, amazing time. Don't you ever miss another expo again. Don't you ever miss another expo again. It's just, it's the most amazing time on earth.
Ice cream? Come on, somebody's got to get it.
Yeah, it was smoky eyes for everybody. Man. Yeah. Made the connection. That was all around the whole crowd there. Amazing humans, amazing time together. Glad we're all doing this together. My God. I never would. The PCA was awesome when I joined. It is so meaningful to people now, and we've only just get started. So I'm grateful for all of you. Thank you for this. And my God, don't ever miss an expo again, people. This is amazing. All right, everybody. Have a good rest of the evening.